Yo guys, excuse the screen. We're gonna get into some sauce in a minute, but I want to give you guys a briefing first. So, Nano Banana, static ads, we're gonna be covering it all today. Now, there's loads of different shit that you can do with Nano Banana and generating statics, but this is what I've been doing over the last couple of months. And you can just put out so much volume so quickly. Now, there's different ways you can do it. I've seen people who will like one shot 40 statics in one go, but I think it's a little bit unpredictable if you're doing that way. The way that I like to do it, you can still push out a lot of volume, but the output is very, very, very good. Now, the prompts that I'm going to be sharing with you today, especially the first one, it has taken me a long time to refine these. And I can pretty much confidently say that 9 times out of 10, you are going to get like an amazing output. Sometimes you'll have to do a bit of refinements, but this is such a good method. Now, what you're going to need to do is two things that you're going to need, and we're going to cover it all off. First thing is Claude. Claude is kind of the starting point for all of this. The other thing that you're going to need is Higgsfield. And in Higgsfield, you're going to use Nano Banana 2. Now, I need to make this super, super clear. This will only work if you have all of your context files in place, especially if you want to be one-shotting things. By one-shot, I mean you put the prompt in Nano Banana, and you're basically getting the perfect output in one take. Now, obviously, you need your context files for things like the copy to make sure that the copy isn't just complete garbage. So you've got good copy in there. It understands your avatar, it understands the angle that you're pushing, etc. And obviously you've got things like your brand colors, your screenshot, or your PDF file of your PDP, etc. Now, this is kind of what mine looks like right now. In this example, we're doing a follow-on from the product that we were writing ads about. And I've got copywriting books, which you'll find in Discord. I've got all of my context files, which we've already been over in the last module. And then I also have a PDF of the landing page. And then also I have all of the swatches. For this, you can literally just come over to this here, image color picker, and just use your image. And then I've got it right here. Just literally drop it in. Boom, and then you can download it. So you can put that into your context file as well, so that you're obviously generating images that are on brand. Now, that is pretty much you good to go. Now, the only thing that I will say about this is what you want to do is have different projects depending on the messaging that you're pushing. So let's just say if I was selling a dog supplement that helps with gut health. Now, there's loads of different things, there's loads of different angles that I could be pushing with that. It could be around digestion, it could be around to stop dogs having diarrhea, it could be the longevity angle, to help with their pet's longevity. So like I would have a separate Claude project for each of these. And obviously some of these would remain static, they would remain the same, but then the research documents, they would change, okay? So that is one important thing to notice. Now, in regards to Higgsfield, you can see I've been cooking inside Higgsfield for a bit here. So you just want to come over to Nano Banana 2, and then that's pretty much it, okay? The reason that I like to do this instead of Gemini is sometimes you're not going to get a perfect output, so I just prefer the fact that you can just create like more than one in a batch size. So usually I'll do like 3 at a time. Now, besides that, that's pretty much the setup. Then obviously you need to find the ads that you're going to be using as a reference image. So we'll dive into that. You can use like Atreya, you can use Foreplay, you can just use Ad Library, you can use like whatever. Now, let's just start off by pulling one out. So I'm going to pull out this one here. So it is a skincare product. So obviously the one that we're doing is a skincare product as well, but it doesn't matter. It could be any industry. The prompt will do the work for you. So literally copy this, and then we're going to come over into Claude, and you'll just start up a new chat. And then literally all you're going to do is put in your reference image, and then come over to this doc, which I'm going to link below you, and then just copy and paste it you'll just need to change out your brand URL and your product. So just copy this, and I'm telling you guys, like this prompt is, it does some magic. Like it really, really does some magic. Like there was a long time that I was doing this, and it would take me a long time to actually get decent outputs, and there would be a lot of back and forth. But now you'll see in just a second how good this is. So come back over to Claude, and then you'll literally just put that prompt in alongside your reference image. Now, use Sonnet, don't use Opus. Like you want to be using like Sonnet 4.6, or when you're watching this, there might be a new model out. But right now, this is the best one to be using. And then essentially what this is doing is it's getting Claude to write your prompt that you're going to input in Nano Banana. And you're essentially saying like, go and read all of the project files, go and read all the research documents, so that all of the branding, everything is going to be completely on point, and your copy is going to be really strong as well, because it's only going to be using copy from your research documents. Now, whilst it's doing that, what you then want to do is come over to your product page and then just get a few reference images to put into Nano Banana as well. Now, make sure when you're picking out the reference images that it's like the best images of the product that you can get. So like, for example, if you look at this first one from Cyberglow, it's actually not the best image because the product is in a bit of shitty lighting. Like it almost looks a bit faded. Whereas if you come and look at this one here, you can see how the product is a lot more defined. So you're going to just get better outputs when you're putting something like this into Nano Banana. And then you'll just put that in there as your reference image. And then you can get a few. So let's see, we'll do this one as well. Now, the good thing about using Higgsfield is that these stay static. So if you're in Gemini using Nano Banana in there, then you'd need to upload these pretty much every time, whereas these are static. Now, come back over to Claude and you can see that we've got the first prompt here. So we can literally just take that as it is. You can see that this is pretty much given the full prompt for Nano Banana. Again, like this has been battle tested hundreds, probably over 1,000 times at this point, to be honest with you. And yeah, it's absolutely spot on. So put that into Nano Banana. And then, as I said, I usually like to do 3 generations, because even though it's the same prompt, you'll see that there is slight differences. And sometimes it will have a bit of a misfire where it can maybe have something that is overlapping a certain bit of text or something like that. So let that go. And then in the meantime, whilst that is generating, we'll come and look at another image real quick. Let's do deep hydration, farms and lists. Right, let's do this one here because it's interesting. It's kind of got a lot going on. It's got grass in the background. It's sitting on this. Forget Botox, this smooth, stubborn fine lines. So let's do this, come over. And again, you just want to repeat the same process. So put that as your reference image, and then you can just come up and copy the prompt. Now, if you just come and put your next reference image and just say, now do this one, sometimes it actually will give you like a worst prompt. It won't be the exact same. So when you are uploading your reference image, just come back up and copy that prompt again. It literally takes a second, so it doesn't really matter. And then you can get your next one as well. Now, okay, here you go. And as you can see, yeah, I mean, all of them are pretty much the same. You can see that this has slightly smaller text. Let's go back just a bit. But you can see like that is literally such a good output. And that's literally just one time. Product looks amazing. Trustpilot 5.8, 4.8 stars out of 5. Here's the ancient Egyptian secret that finally ended the cycle. This is Mia. Facial hair meant she always cancelled last minute. Now she leaves the house without thinking twice. Like, it's absolutely good to go. And even the before and afters look good as well. And yeah, like pretty much I would download that and that would be an image that is ready to go. Now let's come and do that again. And just to show you what that original one looked like. So we had this one here. Okay, pretty much identical. Yeah, pretty much identical. Really, really good. So let's come in and get this next one. And you can see how quick you can do this. You can literally come in, remove this, and then you're good to go. And just make sure that you have it set on 4x5 as well. And then generate another 3. You don't have to do 3, by the way, if you depends on how many credits you have. We're on a pretty high plan, so we have a bunch of different credits. And we'll get those generating. And then for the next one, we'll do something completely different. So let's do something that's not skincare related. So we can go to Last Chance Women Day Sale. Let's see. Let's do something. Let's do one of these actually. These work really well. These like animated ads, like more scientific based ads. So let's do this one here and we'll see what happens. So same thing again, reference image, prompt, boom, boom, go back and check our progress. So you can see here, this is kind of like went off the screen a little bit. This one here looks pretty much perfect. Forget threading. This weakens unwanted hair at the follicle with every growth cycle. And also, like, if you did want some adjustments made to this, like, you could literally just copy this image and you could go back into Claude and you could say something like, this is the output that we got for your last prompt. Write me a new prompt to enhance this image further. Okay, and then we will go and do this one now. Yeah, you can see pretty much perfect. That is good. I mean, I wouldn't even make a change to that. That is really good. And it's pretty much exactly the same as our reference ad. So you can see just how perfect this is. Like, the bit that I found the hardest when actually doing these prompts and like landing on a prompt that works so well is the way that it actually uses the product image. Like, a lot of the time it would like try and render its own product image, or it would make it so it looks stuck on. But you can see how good this prompt actually just adjusts things into like the environment. Like this here, the angle of it, it's perfect placing. It doesn't look stuck on. Like this one here, I would say is a bad one. Like, I don't like this, okay? So this would be one that I would probably take a second take on, but let's see what the other two have done. This looks just like a little bit too blended in. It looks a bit cheap. Let me look again at the reference image. I mean, to be honest, the reference image wasn't the best as well. It is very similar, to be honest with you. The ancient Egyptian root. This ancient Egyptian root stopped my facial hair growing back. So let's see what the other ones are like. Okay, see, this one's a bit better. Yeah, that one is better. It's just cut off. So let's go and generate a few more. And in the meantime, we can do this enhancement. And you can literally see how fast you can move through this. Like, if you are here for an hour, you can easily put out 20, 30 statics with ease. And most of these are going to be one shots as well. Right, so as you can see, so I've done that enhancement prompt and it works so well. So this was the original one that we got, which, by the way, is still really good static, and it's pretty much 10 out of 10 in regards to actually one-shotting something that is the same as the reference image ad. But then we've come back and then look at this one. Like, you can see that the product is just like much better. Like, it just looks really good. And then they've added in like a 365-day money-back guarantee. Hair grows back, finer and lighter in weeks. Cypress rotundus, clinically tested versus laser, and at one. Now, the thing is that, to be honest, I wouldn't bother. If you want to go for volume, like, I wouldn't bother going and doing this unless it actually needs it, because you're not going to see like much of a performance difference between something like this and then something like this. It's pretty much the same. And you can see here the ones that I actually didn't like the look of. I've done another regeneration of it, and actually we've got now what is like a really, really good outcome. This ancient Egyptian root stopped my facial hair growing back before follicle active, which you can see here. And then we have after 30 days, follicle is now weakened. And you can see like this one here, very, very vivid. This one here, it just looks a little bit more dull and weakened. And product looks really, really good as well. And if we come back and look at the reference image, you can see that it's pretty much spot on. So absolutely perfect. Now, what is also interesting about this prompt is even though I've optimized it in a way where it's going to really focus on making sure that the product image, like in regards to the actual, let's see, like the actual image of the product is really good, it can also adjust to pretty much any image, even if it doesn't include a product in it. So it really is like, let's say, a quote unquote master prompt, because you can use it for literally anything. So if we come back and look at an example, let's go for something like, let's go for my last good photos. Bear with me, let's pick one out. Right, let's go for one of these. Let's go for like a timeline ad. Before, puffy, sore jawline, 24 hours, slightly sharper, 1 week, visible jawline, 4 weeks, defined jaw, snatch. Right, let's go and see what we actually get out of this. So again, same process, boom, reference image, and then we're going to come up and grab our prompt. And then after this, I'm going to show you the second prompt, which is also very, very saucy. So let's go ahead. And you can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, like already we've got 4 statics that will be ready to go in an ad set. And we've literally been, that probably took all of like 5 minutes if I wasn't actually clicking through and like talking through this in depth. So let's go and look at this one as well. So again, like even though this doesn't include, well, it does have a product photo in the right-hand corner, but let's just go for it. Generate 3 of them. And then I'm going to do one more, like let's test something completely different. Let's go for like maybe a before and after, no product in it. Or let's scroll up. Let's go for, something like this. So no product in this whatsoever. So let's see how that does. And then let's check in our progress on this one. Okay, that's still going. Now, the next prompt, which we're going to get into in just a second, that is essentially like a prompt that I use where if I can find an ad that's working really well, so let's say I launch one of these ads into my campaign and it starts ripping, then I want to create like more concepts off that ad. So they're not like straight up like variations by keeping like the image pretty much the same and just swapping out a headline. More of it's like around like the messaging and stuff. So I'll show you an example in a second. Like we can maybe let's pick out something like this actually, and we'll go copy image. So you can put this into the same chat. So you still want to have that as your reference. And then you want to come down into this concept expansion prompt. So this is essentially going to say, this is one of our winning ads. We want you to like reverse engineer that ad, understand the ads, like break down the messaging in that ad. And then we want you to write us 10 new concepts, so 10 new prompts based off this ad. Now they will look like completely different, but I really like doing this because it allows you to like bring fresh new concept ideas that pretty much no one else is running. Like you're literally just saying to Claude, go and create me, 10 brand new concepts. And some of the stuff that it comes up with is honestly genius. Like stuff that I would never come up with myself. And I've been doing this now for a long time. Probably coming up like 3 or 4 months now, just letting Claude cook me concepts. But now, like in this workflow, like it's so good. And I'll show you guys as well. So let's see. Okay, so the issue, okay, you can kind of see here. Maybe it's just hard to see on screen as much, but you can see this is actually pretty good. Before, coarse, visible, daily plucking, softer regrowth, less prickly, visibly thinner, nearly invisible, smooth, hair-free, confident, and then the image in there. And then obviously for something like this would be the sort of image that I would have like a long form copy with as well. Now, the only thing that I would change, I would probably change this a little bit, and I would just go back and tell Claude to enhance the image and just make like the differences between the before and afters more visible, because you can see you have to kind of zoom in to actually see this. But the actual concept and the layout and the text positioning and the product positioning is absolutely perfect. It just needs to be enhanced a little bit further, and then you're good to go. So let's now we should have prompt number 2 in here. Let's just grab it again just to make sure. And then I just need this bit here. And what you're going to see this do is now write us out 10 fresh concepts. We don't know what the exciting bit is that you don't actually know what they're going to look like until you actually put them into Nano Banana. But you can just honestly churn these out at such a high volume. So the signal still running. And by the way, one important thing to say is you can like adjust these prompts. Like, so you can read through them and you can see like the copy in them, and you can change bits out if you want to. But for the sake of this, I'm just getting through this relatively quickly. So literally don't know what this is going to look like. No reference image. We've literally just given in like one of our winning ads, and then it's going to make more concepts based off that. So again, like I'm generating 3, they should all be pretty similar. And then you can see that we've got 10 here. So it's still writing, and then we can go into second one. And you can literally just do this so fast. And this is why using Nano Banana and Higgsfield is good as well, because you can just have so much going at once. And this is pretty much why you're seeing a lot of brands now on Ad Library, etc., who are just scaling with statics, because it's so easy now to get such high quality outputs with such minimal work. And what I will say is that, like I always vouch for, when you're testing a new product, you always want to be feeding Meta with as much diverse creatives as you can. So that doesn't mean like just statics, but also running videos as well. But what I am going to say is, if you're testing a product where maybe you're lacking on video content, it's a newer product, or there's just like not any B-roll that you can use that isn't ripping directly from a competitor, there is ways about that. But you can still test with statics only. Like if you are restricted, then this is still a really good way to just go ahead and get out a high volume of ads and actually just test different messaging. And obviously you can run this with a lot of like long form direct response primary text as well, which is working really good. But yeah, there's really no excuses now to not be able to test. And you can see like we're starting to get things out now. So again, like look how good this looks. Shaving cuts it, waxing pulls it, laser burns it, the signal still running, Cyberglow stops it, blocks the androgen signal that tells follicles to keep growing thicker hair, works at the follicle level, not just the surface. 365-day money-back guarantee. Then we've got the product. And then we have this one as well. Laser treatment, burns the hair, $1,200 per session, doesn't work on light or white hair. The follicle signal keeps running. Cyberglow weakens the follicle, clinically tested head to head against laser, and at one works on all hair types, $40. So you can see how it's just like coming up with these concepts out of the blue, and like they're all good as well. And one thing that I hope you guys notice is how good the copy is here, and that is because we're running it in this Claude project, and we've done all of our research. Basically, the foundation is there to just be able to do this now. So it's the same as when you're writing your scripts, like in the script writing video that I have. If you actually do the research and have everything in place, everything just becomes so much easier. That one's not the best. I don't like the positioning of it. But again, like these are just, we're not giving it any reference images now. We're literally just telling it to come up with concepts for us. This one's good. The stubble on my upper lip used to show up by afternoon, even more. Now I got days without thinking it. Yeah, guys, and you can see like we have literally been creating these like with ease. So let's just summarize this. So first of all, we have prompt number one, which is our one-shot reverse engineer prompt. So you're pretty much able to find like any product. Like let's just take one now. Let's just take this. Boom. Let's just test this one. One more test. So let's go this, and let's go prompt number one. Let Claude cook. Your magnesium is lying to you. Most supplements hide cheap oxide. Ours delivers 384 milligrams of actual elemental magnesium your body absorbs. So let's see what this does. Oh, that looks clean. Cyberglow, the Egyptian secret, used for centuries, proven by science. Cyprus rotundus, clinically tested head to head against laser for hair reduction, and at one. Let's take this. Yeah, look how good this looks. Yeah, like go and look at these. Honestly, some of these brands that are scaling right now. I mean, let's have a look at some of these. I mean, these are all AI generated. This brand here, absolutely printing right now. You know, all of this is generated with Nano Banana. Natives, you can generate all of this with Nano Banana as well. All of these, you know, they're all AI generated. These are all brands that are scaling, by the way. This is the one that we've recreated and we one-shot it with ease. You know, these look crap. These look like they're actually Canva, but they're still scaling. Again, that is so easy to recreate. And boom, there we go. Literally so easy. Your hair removal is lying to you. Most methods only cut. Like, let's enhance this a little bit. We'll finish off on this one. Let's see what the output is. So, as I mentioned, you can literally go like this. All you need is this. This is the output that we got from your last prompt. Write me a new prompt to enhance this image further. Like I've been, hopefully this works because I have been literally abusing this chat. But yeah, you can see like that is okay. Let's look at the reference one again. I mean, it is pretty much identical, but I think we could enhance it a little bit further. So let's do that. We'll just generate one here. And yeah, this is kind of why you want to generate a few, because you can see this one here, like the Cyper Glow is a bit faded at the end here, whereas the same exact prompt, you can see how much clearer. It just looks a lot more high quality. And it's even copied the exact same surface from that reference ad as well. You know, it's literally identical. Like, look at this. And you can see that one came out a little bit like this, but still is good. Like, it still is really good. So that's pretty much it, guys. So it is a simple workflow if you've got everything in place. So remember, have a dedicated Claude project for this. Have all of your context files in here as well. Make sure that obviously you have like all of your research documents, because that's going to be some of like the most important things in there. Have your mechanism document as well in there too. You know, upload things like some of the content out of the WOP in regards to the lesson documents. They're also good to have in here. Have your color swatch so that everything is going to be looking like completely on brand. And then make sure that when you're coming over to your actual reference images that you're putting into Nano Banana, that you're just making sure that you're putting in nice, clear product images. And then outside of that, you're pretty much good to go. Then this is going to do all of the heavy lifting for you. So you've got your one-shot reverse prompt, and then you've got your concept expansion prompt. And this, honestly, like just by executing on what I've essentially shared with you guys in this video, you're going to be putting out a lot of volume, and the quality is going to be really, really strong as well. So go ahead and execute on it. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the Discord, and just push up that creative volume, because I've been doing it a lot now, literally using this, and the results have been insane. And the output that you can have is insane as well. And if you've got creative strategists, just go and teach them this workflow, and you can have them execute on this for you as well. And it's just so easy. Take advantage out of it. And I'll see you in the next one.